Ishika Bhargava. I'm 21 years old now, and I have about 560,000 followers on Instagram, 280,000 on YouTube. And I'm privileged to work with a lot of brands that you probably use on a daily basis. I work with Amazon, Samsung, OnePlus, L'Oreal, Garnier, many more. And looking back, all of this is just the outcome of many positive ripples. So I'm here to take you through my first ripple. So my family background was a very creative background. So my grandmother was a Bharatanatyam teacher, my mother is a singer, and my dad's a marketer. So I was very encouraged to pursue my own interests and find my own findings. Dance to me was like a form of expression. I loved showcasing my talent. Every guest who used to come home did not leave without seeing a performance from me. I used to go put on my ghagra and put up like a full 5-10 minute performance for them, no matter who the guest was. Sometimes even finance dad's friends. And I was just born a performer. I never had stage fright, and I was very glad for that. This is a short video of me performing in my childhood. So I was, like you can see it, I didn't have any stage fright. This was in front of all my family and friends. And I just loved showcasing my dance from a very young age. So discovering my ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept which is basically the intersection of what you love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can make a career out of. And for me, as much as I love dancing, I didn't think dance could be my ikigai because I thought the only possible career option as a dancer was a dance teacher. Back in my day, that was the only other option. But for me, performance was my passion more than even dance. So I had lots of doubts of pursuing dance, but my dad and my family saw that dance spark in me. So they encouraged me to learn different dance forms. So when I was small, I've learned Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and ballet. But unfortunately, I didn't stick to one dance form for more than 6 months because it didn't pique my interest enough. I think looking back, the reason is not because of my fear of commitment, but it's because I just thought I wanted to do something unique and find my own dance form. So I ended up learning a very interesting dance form, which I will tell you about. So, ripple effects of friendships. As small as it seems, it could have a profound impact on your life. At 9 years old, I shifted buildings and I moved to a much bigger building where I made lots of new friends. One of them ended up sharing my passion for dance. So we used to meet every day and practice, choreograph, learn from YouTubers. We used to see YouTubers like Mandy Girox and Matt Stefanina, who are basically choreographers who used to teach a step-by-step tutorial on YouTube channels. So we used to basically meet every day and create videos after performing them. So I think that exposed both of us to the world of content creation very soon. We use social media as a power of learning rather than just entertainment. And this friend of mine, actually you all might know her. She also ended up becoming a creator. Her name is Tanisha, goes by the name Tanisho on social media. And yeah, I think both of us, just being exposed to social media at such a young age really changed our lives. Those years of practicing dance actually performed so many ripples to where I am right now. Embracing social media. So social media to me was more as a form of learning than a form of entertainment. I used to go through a lot of dance videos, see a lot of YouTubers, find different dance forms online and practice them. I came across a very different YouTuber called Ditto, and she was my inspiration from a really young age. She used to create this dance form called tutting, which is basically making symmetrical shapes with your hands by creating a dance form. And I just found it so fascinating and so different, and I found that to be my calling. At that time, there was not that many tutorials of tutting online, so I used to see her videos and pause every second to try to emulate what she was doing. I'm going to show you a video of me in early days of tutting. So that's basically tutting, making shapes with your hands. So that was during Musical.ly stages. So that was probably when I was like 12, 13 years old. But yeah, I just really liked that form and found it to be very different. So I started then making my own choreographies. So, mastering the art of influence goes beyond just talent. When I started off, I just had the passion and love for dance. But when I dove into the content creation world, I realized that it's a lot more than just the form of dance. You have to learn how to package the content. And I started to learn how to analyze data to see what my audience likes and how to engage them. I started to learn about editing, lighting, background, fashion, music. It's a lot, like if you see my first video that I showed you, everything was not aligning for it to be a perfect content piece. The dance might have been decent enough, but it wasn't social media worthy yet. That's where I dove in deep into all the other things that make social media content what it is. Um, so after learning all of that, I made another tutting video, which is a lot more recent. It's about a year old. And you will see the difference between the first video I showed you and this one. Yeah, so that dance was like a choreographed version of like days of learning it and getting the editing right. Actually did two separate videos and blended it into one so that the lighting changes every few steps. And I had like a hair and makeup artist done, and basically it was a lot more than just the dance this time because it was putting myself out there on social media. So I want to talk to you about the small consequences of small ripples. And what I think is small decisions actually make so much of a difference later on. And success is not actually just about achieving the goal, but about the decisions you make along the way. So the decisions I took about learning dance more seriously, learning all the other aspects of social media, because they were not in my skill set at that time. I think starting social media talent was just the first step. After that was just learning, was just seeing other YouTubers, getting inspiration, and just consequently like make better decisions to become better overall. I recognize the power of every small choice. So, coming back to my school days, I wasn't the most outgoing during school times, and my school had lots of opportunities to like showcase dances, like inter-house competitions, inter-school competitions, concerts. But I was never the leader of these competitions. I used to be the learner, the side bencher, and used to always like not feel confident enough to put myself out there. But even though I started learning dancing since like I was walking, didn't have enough confidence to put myself out there in a school premises because I always feared judgment. I didn't have stage fright, but I feared judgment during school. And actually, the later stages of school is when I started my content creation journey. So about when I was in 12th standard, I was still in school because I did ISE. And that's when I started content creation. And the first year of content creation is always the hardest for anyone out there. I've spoken to all of my creator friends, and the first year is always the hardest because the process of trying to be a creator is so judged upon, and you're very like vulnerable when your school friends are meeting you every day after you've posted a video. and have so many comments to say when they're trying to like make fun of you or something like that. So I think overall I just had to get over that fear of judgment and use it to make myself better. Because when I started posting on social media, that fear of judgment actually became a positive effect, because I had to, the pressure of posting every day ended up me becoming better quality videos, better quality dance, focusing on other aspects that I used to get negative comments about. And I think overall that just helped me. So the advice to my younger self would be to have that confidence early on. I think the fear of judgment could always be converted into a positive effect if you better yourself every time. And I think when I started, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I wasn't as good as Ditto or Matt or like all these other YouTubers I was seeing. But I knew that if I posted every day, someday I might get there. So I think the way of like starting is to start. Like if you can't take the first few steps, you won't see the end steps. So I think I would convince my younger self to start sooner, put myself out there a lot younger, because I waited till the 12th grade, and just be confident enough that the judgment will go away when you've achieved something. So I think just to wait that out is the hard part. So creating positive ripples always like helped me, because every few videos I used to make, I had like repeating steps, repeating the same background, all these things. So it convinced me to like learn more videos every day, learn different choreographies, go for different classes, and basically creating those ripples, because I knew the end goal is very far apart. The only way to get there is by making small changes in yourself on a daily basis, and not just focusing on your craft, but how to get successful. Because if I just focused on dance, might have been a really good dance teacher, but I might not been like a social media personality, because it takes a lot more than just the craft. Like if I thought I wanted to be a dance teacher, my path would have been very different. I would have focused more on the art of teaching and the skill of dance. But my path was to be a social media star. So I had to understand social media and marketing from the best professionals out there. So yeah, I think confidence is the first step. I think the pressure of performance always helps you grow. So I'm going to show you a video of me performing after becoming a creator and just like owning my confidence. Yeah, so I think after I owned myself, I was able to dance in front of people, talk in front of crowds like this, and just very happy with my journey, and I love sharing it with you all. Thank you.